美国人高喊的自由正在成为全世界最昂贵的遮羞布。这是多位在华生活的美国博主在亲历了中美双重生活后，面对镜头发出撕心裂肺的制度控诉。他们用亲身经历和硬核的社会安全数据，彻底撕碎了西方政客长期编造的美式民主幻象。在美国，连呼吸都要防备子弹的现状，暴露出的是资本政权在治理上的巨大盲区。今天就让我们跟着这群清醒的美国人，看看他们是如何叫醒那些还在装睡的美粉的。
Is in the US, guns are school supplies. You only use them to shoot children in schools.
After making videos debunking anti-Chinese propaganda, I support the Great Firewall even more because these issues genuinely upset Chinese people.
And the ability to go out in public at any time of day, on the metro, to the movie theater, to the mall, to work, to literally walk around the city streets at 3 in the morning and never feel fear of threat. That was a sense of freedom that immediately vanished when I moved back to the United States.
And in China, they got security cameras everywhere, and I would honestly prefer that and feel safe than be in America where there's a gun problem.
There's a simple test of a country's safety. Can a woman walk alone at midnight? Can a child play outside without supervision? In China, the answer is increasingly yes. In America, the answer is increasingly no. The difference isn't culture, it's policy. And the policy difference is visible on every street corner.
After making videos debunking anti-Chinese propaganda, I support the Great Firewall even more because these issues genuinely upset Chinese people. I'm genuinely upset arguing with people in my comments consistently about the lies that the United States is proliferating across the world. Because it's not just Americans who believe this, it's most of the world. Yet, nobody has offered a better solution than what China has been doing. There's not forced labor camps or a genocide happening. There is a crackdown on religious extremism, so there are no more terrorist attacks in China. There hasn't been one since 2017 because of the measures that China has taken. And nobody has offered me another solution for this. When the United States says there's terrorism happening somewhere, they go into a country and drop a bunch of bombs. Do you see China doing this? No, you don't.
Now, let's look at the alternative. China operates the world's largest surveillance network, approximately 700 million cameras, or 1 for every 2 citizens. Facial recognition, AI tracking, digital monitoring. For many Westerners, this sounds dystopian. For Chinese women, it sounds like safety. The results are measurable. China's violent crime rate is a fraction of America's. Gun violence is virtually non-existent because guns are illegal for civilians. Murder rates are among the lowest in the world for a country of its size. And the fear that haunts American women? It's largely absent in Chinese cities. Chinese women walk alone at night. They take subways at midnight. They let their children play outside without constant supervision. Not because China is perfect, because China made a choice. Public safety is a priority, and they invested accordingly.
So I'm about to say some very controversial things, but hear me out. I just want to give y'all some food for thought. I'm a born and raised American, but in my lifetime, I have lived in China for a collective 3.5 years. I'm also fluent in Mandarin Chinese. I've been studying for 11 years, and I like to think that it gives me a very immersive understanding of the culture and a unique ability to communicate with the people that live there. Anyone with access to the internet in the last week has heard about the Charlie Kirk shooting. Now, what does this have to do with China, you may be asking? So I've seen a lot of comments and videos saying that freedom to own guns, freedom in any regard, is the most important value. In my time living in America versus China, I have observed that this specific idea that freedom is the most important thing is flopped in our countries. Many of you may have your own opinions from the propaganda you have heard about China, okay? But I'm here to tell you as someone who has lived there. Living in China, I felt a sense of freedom that I would never feel in the US because I felt safe. Civilian ownership of firearms is not legal in China. It is limited mostly to the military and police, and only when they're on duty. And the ability to go out in public at any time of day, on the metro, to the movie theater, to the mall, to work, to literally walk around the city streets at 3 in the morning and never feel fear of threat. That was a sense of freedom that immediately vanished when I moved back to the United States. The freedom that we so vitally value in America is incomplete when we feel fear stepping out in any public place.
park is so beautiful, and I don't know, can you hear the noises? There's all these meandering paths. Also, I can never do this in the city in the US. Walk alone as a female. But I can do it here in China, and I feel so safe. Like, I don't have an inch of stress or anxiety in my body. I don't even turn my head. I feel at ease walking around here in China, even at night.
The difference between China and America isn't about technology or culture. It's about priorities. China decided that public safety is a government responsibility. America decided that public safety is a personal responsibility. In China, when a woman is attacked, the government invests in more cameras, more police, more prevention. In America, when a woman is attacked, she's told to carry pepper spray, take a self-defense class, or stay home. The burden is on her, not on the system that failed her. Gun control is the clearest example. China banned civilian gun ownership decades ago. Mass shootings are virtually non-existent. America has more guns than people. Mass shootings happen weekly, and after each one, the debate goes nowhere. The gun lobby wins. Americans die.
Is it crazy to say that I would actually consider moving to Asia and specifically China? Because hear me out. One, it's so much safer in Asia than it is in America. And in China, they got security cameras everywhere, and I would honestly prefer that and feel safe than be in America where there's a gun problem. And two, it is just more affordable to be a girl in Asia. Like the other day, I went to China and I got a facial for $55 and eyelash extensions for $15. While in the US, it would have cost like $250 easy. Like that was the first time I ever did real self-care, and that made me really want to get into it. And I know that I can't afford that lifestyle in America, so might as well just go to Asia for all of my beauty stuff. And three, everything is just so much cuter in Asia too. Like Asia is for the girls. They got so many cute things. Like China, top tier, man. And four, it is just so lively in China. Like I never feel alone, and it's in a good way. I always feel like there's things to do and like people surrounding me, and it feels like so like comforting. So yeah, catch me moving to Asia sometime in my future.
You mean to tell me that I woke up from a lovely Saturday evening nap only to find out that someone has failed to get it done yet again? I kid Secret Service. I kid FBI. This is speculation for entertainment purposes only. Hope you guys know that the Chinese make fun of us for this, actually. They think that we are big losers. They don't understand why we have 400 million guns in this country and nobody knows how to use them. Nobody knows how to aim them. And in fact, they have a fun little saying for this, and it is, in the US, guns are merely stationary. They can only be used in schools. Now, that's the literal translation, but I think the more accurate translation is, in the US, guns are school supplies. Right? So it's like, you guys don't use them for the things that they should be used for. You only use them to shoot children in schools. So, yeah. Not that I think anybody should be using, guns for that purpose, okay? That would be bad. And I'm very happy that everything turned out fine. Have to be careful how I talk about this, but let's just say that Trump's ratings are in the absolute dumpster, like the worst they've ever been, worse than George W. Bush's ratings at the end of his second term, just fucking terrible. And so sometimes events like this can give someone a little boost in their ratings. And that's all I gotta say on that.
Gun control is the clearest example. China banned civilian gun ownership decades ago. Mass shootings are virtually non-existent. America has more guns than people. Mass shootings happen weekly, and after each one, the debate goes nowhere. The gun lobby wins. Americans die.
看完这段视频，小满的内心只有2个字：讽刺。当西方媒体还在不遗余力地抹黑我们的天网系统和网络防御时，他们自己的民众却在用脚投票，甚至高喊着宁可要中国的监控，也不要美式的枪击。这已经不是简单的生活方式之争，而是赤裸裸的制度优劣对决。美国博主那句“在美国，枪支就像学校文具一样普遍”的翻译，简直是冷酷到骨子里的黑色幽默。这撕开了一个地缘政治的终极 真相：西方的所谓自由，代价是让无辜的妇孺用生命去给资本和枪支游说集团买单。在资本绑架的体制下，政客们只会复读拥枪自由，然后转头把防弹衣写进小学生的开学清单。中国到底做对了什么？我们收缴了民用枪支，把公共安全焊死在了国家的基石之上。中国用制度的强制力兑现了人类社会最基本的权利，免于恐惧的自由。那些曾经居高临下指责我们的西方文明人，如今却要跑到中国来寻找3点出门不害怕的安全感。历史早已攻守易势，西方式的自由正在沦为一种致命的社会内耗，而中国式的治理正在成为全球秩序中最具含金量的安全灯塔。当美式神话只剩下千疮百孔的枪眼，谁在人间天堂，谁在无间地狱，已经一目了然。